It all started with the law in 1940s in India. So that's a colonial era law in India. Today it's more than 80, it's around 80 years old, which sort of regulated the drugs that were in place at that point in time. And that law is the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. In around 1980s, we realized that there were medical devices that were being sold for ailments. And that's around the same time where around the world, there was a growing realization that medical devices also had to be regulated. So in around 1982, a, a definition was inserted in the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, which sort of extended the cover of the drugs law to medical devices. Why is it important to understand this in context of today's discussion is because all medical devices, even in 2020, are regulated in India as drugs. We don't have a medical device specific legislation in India that regulates medical device as an industry as a whole. We have something for drugs and for practicality reasons. The way the law has evolved over a period of time is that we found it expedient and easy to regulate medical devices by calling them as drugs and using this device, this legislative device, to create a deeming fiction where whenever the government wanted to regulate a medical device, all it did was that it used this powers and notified that device as a drug, right? So that's how medical devices came to be regulated. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for that disturbance. Okay, so eventually, in 1982, we had this amendment. In 1989, we saw that slowly devices were being notified as drugs. So we had a few devices in the 1980s that were regulated as drugs. In 2005, we had a first major regulatory overhaul where a lot of devices came to be regulated under the law. So we had cardiac stents being regulated as law from 2005, catheters being regulated by law in 2005, and so on and so forth. Before 2005, we had no regulation for these products, no quality and safety regulation for these products per se. Today, as we speak in 2020, we have a lot of products regulated. Sorry, let me correct myself. Till about February 2020, we had a lot of products being regulated as drugs, but and as we all know now, this was not an exhaustive list that covered every product in the market. And that is an aspect that I will touch a little later, right? But what had happened until February of 2020 was that the government had regulated a lot of around 37 categories of devices as drugs. And we were slowly inching towards a more exhaustive list, right, of devices being regulated under the current framework. There was always one challenge though, which was that we never had a medical device specific law, right? And we had under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940 rules that prescribed things as basic as good manufacturing practices for drugs, right? And so on and so forth. So we never had for a very long time good manufacturing practices for medical devices. Eventually, a schedule was inserted in the drugs and cosmetics rules for medical devices, but they were still being treated as drugs and being regulated as drugs. It was only in 2017 that we had a law that was tailor-made to suit the requirements of the industry and the products, which was the medical device rules of 2017. They became effective from January 1, 2018, and these rules covered import, manufacture, sale and distribution, clinical investigations, recalls and labeling, which were tailor-made for medical devices, which was not the case earlier. what happened after February 2020 and why are we having this training session today? What happened is we had what we now know as the Medical Device Amendment Rules of 2020. What they did in effect was that we saw the definition of drugs some time back where the government had power to notify devices as drugs. What this amendment rules did was that it used the power of government to notify devices as drugs, and using that power it notified a definition which brought all medical devices under the ambit of the law, right? So instead of doing a piecemeal job where the government had to identify a device and then notify that device, and that's how the device came to be regulated, the government chose to introduce a definition instead of specific devices, which covered all devices. This is the definition that you see on the screen, which was instrumental in bringing all devices under the purview of the law as we understand today. I will spend maybe I have some disturbance. I don't know who is not on mute, but I would request everybody to be on mute. All right. So we had this development in February of 2020, and I'll spend maybe 30 seconds looking at the definition and going it in little detail. So if you see part 1 and part 2 of the definition, I think those are very instructive, right? So I will just summarize the way this definition reads. It says all devices which assist in all devices which are intended for, and part 1, diagnosis, prevention, monitoring, treatment, or alleviation of any disease or disorder. So if we have a product which is specifically intended for either prevention, monitoring, treatment, alleviation of any disease or disorder, or as it says in part 2, any injury or disability, then that product will be regulated as medical device. So it is an intended use test for any product. And whenever we have a question or any discussion on whether a product is regulated under the current law or not, we should always go back to this definition and see what is the definition say, what does it cover, and what is the intended use of our product. So with this, I will conclude the part where we try to understand the evolution of the regulatory framework in India. The key takeaways from this part is that all medical devices which fit into this definition are regulated today. One. Second, they are regulated as drugs, right? So even though medical devices are regulated, they are regulated under the broad framework of the law that regulates drugs. It's not an independent framework. Just as a side point, we have discussions in India about a law that will be tailor-made for medical devices. We also have currently parallel discussions going on where India is trying to come up with its own set of standards to be complied by all medical devices that are either imported or manufactured in India. We will look at certain standards that need to comply as part of this training session, but there are these parallel developments that are happening, which is not perhaps is not something that's going to happen in near future, but is something that is being discussed. Okay, so with that, I conclude this part of the presentation.